A place of music. A place of death. A realm of everlasting twilight where deliciously tepid breezes send fat fireflies bobbing through fields and forests. The Witchlight Carnival can get you there. Move quickly if you find it, adventurer, for the 8-year tour is nearly at an end. Something is wrong in the Feywild. A place known as Pressmere is under the influence of something else. Restore to right all that has been made wrong. Become the hero you long to be, adventurer. And trust in this. The Witchlight Carnival is so much more than you realize. Welcome to Wizards and Wine, the wild beyond the Witchlight, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. And welcome to Wizards and Wine today. Happy Thanksgiving to all of my Canadian friends and family back home. It feels weird having a big old turkey feed in November now. I will admit that. And I've been envious of all of the pictures of turkeys and pies that I've been seeing, and I still have to wait another month and 19 days or something crazy, or 14 days or something. Anyway, enough about food. Welcome to Wizards and Wine. We are playing through the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and we are about to get started with the HALIFAX table. If you've been following along, I've got two tables right now playing through the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and the actions of each table impacts the game of the other in weird and interesting, hopefully, ways. But what happened last week with the Vegas table is an entire section of this chapter now that the HALIFAX group just gets to go right past. The way that it played out was not at all the way that I anticipated any of it, but isn't that just how D&D goes sometimes? With that said, it has been also a minute since we've been able to play. We've had hurricanes roll through HALIFAX. What else happened? There was something else, wasn't there? Haven't we missed 2 games, or was that almost today because of Thanksgiving?
No, we missed 2.
We've missed 2, yeah.
There's one where you were away, and
right, yes. So it has
the
been a
one
little
before
while.
that I had COVID, but I played.
Right, yes, because you're a trooper. But hopefully between the three of us, we can piece together a little bit of what happened the last time we played. And we throw it to Aaron. Aaron, do you still have notes?
I don't know if these are the right notes, though.
Okay. Well, give me a little bit of it, and we can confirm.
Okay. It says... okay, hold on. It says, on a raft, smells like fruity smelling moss snap. Does that sound right?
That may have been. I mean, that was when you guys went to Tellamy Hill and met Jingle Jangle. And
yes.
actually, I think that's the right one, because you guys met Jingle Jangle, and then you crossed a stream. There was a nightmare.
Yeah, the trees are alive and talking. We lost Oliver.
Yes.
Now we're going after to visit a key goblin at the top of the hill. Cypress gave the goblino a cupcake. She became invisible, and then we got the fairy dragon key. Egg Dang Longscarf has Jingle Jangle's truffles. Period. Okay, next. We got a bonus key from Tree. It was super cute, 10 out of 10. Doubt it can get better than this place. Going to go free Tolliver. We decided to go back to the hill to find Tolliver. On the raft, we got stopped by Stiltwalkers, and Apple tried to trade trousers for an egg.
I believe that was successful trade.
It was successful.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember that part.
That's all I got. That's it. That's it.
You got more than me.
Hang on, just making a quick note here. I forgot about that last part, so that will help a little bit here. Okay, so you guys wrapped things up with Jingle Jangle, who was lovely and, did not disappoint in her adorableness or quite frankly, her stash of keys kind of came through clutch for you guys. And When you left, you decided to continue to head north towards the Brigand Tollway, which is where Jingle Jangle knows that Agden Longscarf and the rest of the Herringons tend to call home. So I did find this map, and I want to say thanks for creating a wonderful map to the Meditating Monkey. That's the creator of this map. I just wanted to make sure that I got that in there. I also needed a better map of the Brigand Tollway because I don't think that the Las Vegas table really kind of got the size and breadth of this thing. Like, it's massive. Look at that. So you guys had crossed a stream. You saw the nightmare vision of the bullywug heads that were on sticks and they were still talking to each other. And I believe we ended it with you guys just getting to the end of one of the plankways, one of the causeways, right? I feel like that's right.
I can't remember.
Well, that's where we're starting. So, on the approach to the Brigand's Tollway, you see a foggy marsh. It's all stretched out in front of you. Rickety causeways made of wooden planks form a wide web-like structure above the bog. 300 feet away, many of these causeways converge into an enormous ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet above the 20-foot high fog bank that enshrouds it. So we are talking like 30 feet up is this stump. A couple of things I'm going to mention. The causeway is 5 feet wide and it is in poor condition. And as you guys approach...
Good to know.
Yeah, I've thought that that would be a handy little piece of information. And as you guys approach, you... I don't know. Where can you park the giant snail here? I guess we could put him on...
Anywhere.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of have you guys bring him up onto a little piece of the tollway. Hang on, just X mark the spot here now. Oh, I don't have the ping thing enabled. That's right. Hey, how'd you do that?
I clicked and held.
What? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a different button than I usually use, and I am in love with that. Okay, anyways. So we can just kind of bring Sir Dave, right?
Yep, Sir Dave.
Yeah, and kind of park him up here on a little piece of the tollway. So I'll just pop him up here. And since Janet is not with us for today's game, what we'll do is we'll just say that Apple was simply frightened out of her little bunny boots with the scene that she saw in the stream. So she is now riding on the back of Sir Dave, and she's kind of started to doze off a little bit, and she just has fallen asleep, and she's having wonderful bunny dreams. So as you guys arrive, maybe you don't want to wake her up as you go to explore the big Brigand Tollway in search of Jingle Jangle's truffles. So what would you like to do from here?
Liam and Rain, I think you two should go first. This nice stomp a hoof on the rickety walkway.
Lickety clack.
Secure for me.
Lickety clack.
You can use your arrow keys.
Would you? Yeah, you can. Would you say, Liam, that you're running right now? Are you running across those planks?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. All right. No problem.
No need to run.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of experimenting, or not experimenting, as you guys are arriving and walking along the plankway, you do come across this bunny.
Sorry.
And you recognize this bunny as one of the bunnies who was involved in the stick-up when you first arrived. And this bunny looks despondent. I keep saying bunny. I shouldn't be doing that. They're called herringons. This herringon looks despondent, very, very upset. Her herringon face is all wet from tears, and she's crying, sobbing even. She's clutching a little piece of blue scarf. Her herringon ears, instead of pointing straight up, are like laid flat against her head and are running down her back. and she's sitting at the edge of the causeway, and she just kind of has her feet dangling over the edge.
I mean, that's a sad looking bunny. I mean, Herringon.
Yes. Yes. And she looks up and she wipes the tears from under her eyes, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see or hear you guys coming. Don't mind me. If you're here for the funeral, you can just head right over to the stump. I know that Arangon would have Agden. Sorry, not Arangon. That's a totally different thing.
Herringon the Herringon.
Yeah,
It's
right.
me as a Herringon.
Yeah. So Agden would really have appreciated that you made the trip to pay your respects. I know he would have really appreciated everybody who's been vile. And she like launches into another like fit of horrifying to watch sobs. Like it's racking her whole body. She's feeling this whole thing. And
I just look over at Liam and like raise one eyebrow, like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. It's like that moment when you know someone wants you to ask something.
right.
It's kind of awkward. You're like, I don't really. You're right.
No, not literally. I don't quite literally. Like, what happened to Agden?
Agden, well, it was part of why this is so hard is because it was an honorable fight. But Agden was defeated by a group, and we just never thought that that would happen. Agden, was the Prince of Prismere. He was our leader. He was the Harengon we all looked to, and now they're trying to tell me that responsibility falls to me, and I don't want it. I don't want to be important.
What kind of group defeated him?
It was just a group of strangers, and there was a little one and a lot like you, and she points to you, Liam. And there was a lady who looked a lot like just like humans do. You've seen humans before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of them looked like that, and there was a giant turtle, and there was another one who was really scary. That was the one that Agden was fighting, and he had swords and daggers and a hood, and he could disappear and reappear. It was really scary.
I see. Well, do you know if Agden where his house is?
Cypress has like an aha moment.
Okay, perfect.
We met one.
Yes. So Agden stayed with everybody else. We just kind of made our tents and stuff on top of the tree over there. If you want to go and pay your respects, I believe that everybody is still there, and his pyre is still burning. I don't know if you could smell the burning wood, but that's his funeral. That's still happening, and it's a really sad day for us here. And as she starts to talk about how sad everyone is feeling, you note a couple of things. That forever twilight sky is now kind of shrouded in a heavy cloud, and the fog seems thicker and heavier. The orchestra of swamp creatures and insects and things like that, even their chirping and the sounds that you hear from those sound crestfallen, and they sound not quite as chipper as they had been sounding during your time so far in Hither.
We recognize her from when we first got here
Mm-hmm.
as one of the Harengon that had Dave.
Yes.
Oh, they got no sympathy for me. They were hurting Dave.
Yeah, it's true. That is kind of fucked up. Oops, sorry.
They got no sympathy from Dave. No.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
don't believe in people who abuse animals.
I looked down at her and with prestidigitation, I just kind of wave my fingers and do clean her up. Like, suck it up, Buttercup. We all got responsibilities that we got to take care of.
And she's like, what? What? And then she like bursts into another round of like just terrible, terrible, terrible sobbing.
Ooh.
So messy.
Mm.
Ooh, messy. You-
Can you name somebody else in your place and abdicate your responsibilities?
it's never been done before, and
But that doesn't mean it can't be done.
yeah, maybe I don't know. This is all. It's all so sudden and so unexpected, and I just.
So, what kind of responsibilities do you have to do?
Well, I have to rule in his stead. I have to make sure that anything that we steal, the best of it has to go to Bavlorna. That was one of his rules that he had. And hang on a second.
Who's Bavlorna?
Bavlorna,
He's the lady in charge, I think, right?
yeah, one of the Hourglass Coven. Bavlorna Blightstraw. She rules this part of Presmere. And,
Okay.
I never really said it to anybody, but I think that Agden was a little bit afraid of her.
Have you ever met her?
I've never spoken to her, but I have seen her, and she's pretty, well, I mean, she kind of looks like a toad, kind of. Like, she has really big eyes, and she sits like a toad, and she, like, has a crawling lily pad that she travels around
Like,
on.
that's pretty toad-like.
Yeah, it's not, yeah,
Sounds pretty toadish to me.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, that's like 3 more features than most people have
yeah,
of a toad.
she's pretty scary looking, to be honest. And I don't know. She calls Downfall home if you guys are looking for her. She's that way, and she kind of like points in a general direction. And she says, "But I will tell you that the Soggy Court, they definitely are on Bavlorna's side, and they definitely don't like it when people show up and try to mess with Slackjaw Lorna, as we call her."
All right. I have a question for you.
What do you need to know?
I need to know. Oh, she's crying.
Yeah.
Quit it with the waterworks. I got a question. So Agdane's, he's donezo, right? You just burnt him.
Yeah, they killed him. Oh, God,
All
they
right,
killed
yeah.
him.
So
He's
now you're in
dead.
charge of this place, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be me.
All right. Well, can you bring us to his house? Because he's got a friend of ours, Truffles, and we need to take them back.
Truffles? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
She's like, okay, no problem. And she gets up and she like, like when you're a kid and you do like the big snot wipe right up your arm, just like she does that and kind of squares her shoulders a little bit and like straightens out her clothes and starts to head towards the middle of the map, which is that big old stump there in the middle.
I clean her up again with prestidigitation.
Perfect. Okay, so she's just gonna and as you guys get closer to the stump, you see all these little rope ladders that they use to climb up and down. These little things here. That's how they come up and down. So you guys climb up one, and this is actually not a funeral pyre, but for our purposes today and this map, that's exactly what it is.
I'm like stuck way back here. Let me bring my character up here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah. So she, walks by some of the mourners and people who are still there watching the fire burn down, and she goes over to this particular tent. Everything on here is just kind of like hobbled and cobbled together. There's underneath this one with the skull, there's actually a throne under there, and it's surrounded by just what looks like heaps of absolute junk. None of it looks like it's worth anything. There's like You can see like little tiny chairs that might be good for like a pixie to use. There's, like little tiny shoes and all kinds of, weird and wonderful things that just have absolutely zero value because they have to give their best stuff to Bev Lorna. But she kind of gestures to the throne and says, "That's Agden's tent. I mean, it's my tent now." Ugh. And she starts crying again. And she just kind of like waves in its direction, and she just kind of heads off and crawls into one of the other tents. And you just hear a whole bunch of bunnies all start kind of sobbing together in one of the tents. Like, it is messy in here right now. But you can give me some investigation. And Cypress,
Yeah.
as everybody is making that roll, what was your history check for?
Oh, but she remembered at the turtle. Bevy.
Yes.
So she has an inkling it might be him.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Absolutely.
What check am I making? Sorry.
Investigation. Because you guys
Investigation.
are gonna look for that little bag of truffles.
Yeah, truffle bag.
Truffle bag.
Oh no, I definitely don't know it.
No, you are distracted by.
Sobbing bunnies or hair.
Yeah. Right. You are. Give me a second. I know there's a. Roll tables. Yes. No, I don't need the lost things. Hang on. Ah, here we go. Let me just do a roll here real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot how many things were on here. Why is it not giving me the dice to roll? That's pretty silly. Okay, I'll do it this way. D10. Oh, no, that's not what I want. 0. Oh, stop it. Hang on, I gotta roll and get rid of that. Gee whiz. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the first thing that you see that for some reason has captivated you, perhaps it's how well they were able to catch the likeness. And this is one of the most realistic paintings actually that you've ever seen. The weird part, Liam, about this painting is that it's only 1 inch square and it depicts a sleeping elf. But you could almost swear that instead of looking at a little tiny like postage stamp size painting, you're actually looking through like a little tiny window. That's how real this painting looks.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can decide if you want to pocket that or whatever. Anybody else want to have a peek through stuff?
I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15? Okay.
Yeah.
And Cypress, did you roll?
Nope, she's not interested. She wants to approach the crying Haragon.
Okay, no problem.
So you're going into the tent with them.
So that one is you have found Rain, I'm not sure why this piqued your interest, but you found a paintbrush made entirely of ceramic, including the bristles. So it's actually more like a quill, sort of. You know, like those glass pens that you can get, you dip your ink into and you can write with them.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually buy glass paintbrushes too.
Yeah.
Special ink.
Yeah. So you do spot one of those, and as you
I
can,
see any ink?
you don't see any ink. No, just the paintbrush. But you do see a bag that is kind of toppled over onto its side, and it does look like there's a truffle just outside of that one bag, like one kind of fell out.
Right. I'm taking
Oh my
both.
god.
I'll stick that truffle back in and close it off.
Perfect. And just kind of tie it onto your belt.
Tie it onto my belt. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. All right, Cypress, where you're going to find the bunny sobbing?
Yep, she's
Taking
gonna
the
find a
paintbrush,
sobbing
too.
bunny.
Yeah, okay. She crawled in this tent over here.
Kinda Goes to knock, but there's fabric there, so she makes the sound knock knock.
Knock, knock. And you just hear, yeah,
Hello, can I come in?
okay.
Steps in. About your problem about not wanting to rule.
Yeah.
How about considering like a co-rule situation?
With who? You?
No, not me. Another Haragon member, party member, group. What do you guys call yourselves?
We're the brigade. We're the brigands. We're the Harangon Brigade.
Brigade's cool. Brigands not so much.
No, well, that's what we called ourselves. You know, and
Might want to
Agden.
reconsider job choices. Thievery is not good.
Get new jobs?
Yup.
I mean, I never really considered it, but it's pretty much all that we're even remotely good at is stick 'em ups and stealing stuff from folks.
Stick 'em ups.
Honestly, and like she kind of scratches a chin. You're not really good at that either. Looking at the stuff that is over under
Right.
the tent there.
She's like, well, all of the really good stuff we have to give to Bavlorna, and it was a deal that Agden and her had, and we just don't have anything.
You could learn. Like
Learn-
your walkways need fixing. Maybe start learning woodwork.
learning woodwork. She kind of looks at
Carpentry.
She kind of looks at the other bunnies around her, and if any of them look back, they all kind of shrug at each other, and they're like, "Oh, I mean, I guess we could."
Anyways, thievery not your strong suit, and you
And
got to treat the snails better.
She goes, "Well, we had a lesson in stealing since we saw you guys last."
A lesson.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't steal. What about the three rules for here?
No, I know. And that's why when we were living under Zablina, it was so hard because she had all these crazy rules. And now that it's the sisters, the hags, we don't have to follow those rules anymore. But
You'd
everybody
still
else
follow
does.
them. They're good rules.
Well. So we're not going to have fun anymore, are we?
Were you really having fun?
I mean, sometimes.
I look at the funeral pyre and I point.
Okay, good point.
Think about it. Carpentry. It doesn't have to be carpentry. Could be something else. And she nods like she's said her piece and walks away.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So, you guys have found the truffles. You found a couple of trinkets. Sort of. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me see if I can come up with a direction for you guys to head in. 300 feet as you get closer. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I gave you that information, that information. All of a sudden, that Harangon bursts out of the tent, and she goes, "Wait, wait, wait! I got a favor to ask, and
What kind of favor?
and we'll owe you for this favor. But if you help us get rid of Bavlorna, we'll stop thieving."
I
you say-
mean,
When you say get rid of,
I mean, get
you
rid
think
of.
she'll leave? Will she leave peacefully? You think?
I don't think so. I mean, she's crazy paranoid.
I think we were intending to anyway. We need to learn something from her as they turn the others. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've briefly lost Cynthia. I think our oh, it says she's still in there. Weird.
Or did our mic cut off earlier?
Yeah, she may need to disconnect and reconnect. If anybody can send that for me in the Facebook chat. Soups thankful. Yeah, she says, Bavlorna, she's just not a real nice lady. She's pretty mean. But if you guys are headed in her direction, you guys need to be careful of the bullywugs. They're called the Soggy Court, and they are definitely on Bavlorna's side.
And where were they again?
They're at Downfall. That's where Bavlorna lives. She calls it home, and she doesn't leave there very often.
That's good. It means we won't have to wait.
True.
Am I connected?
Yay!
Yep.
You are connected.
It was weird. It said Discord is disconnected, and it was the way it worded it. I shared a picture. It looked like it was an error on Discord.
Oh,
It was an error on Discord's part.
I mean,
It was weird.
weird. I don't know.
Okay.
Discord is not super reliable. One of these days, we'll be able to pay for one of those paid services, and it won't be such an issue.
Hmm.
One of these days, guys. One of these days.
One day.
One day. Okay, so, she gives you the piece of information about, kind of tries to make a deal with you guys, Cynthia, just to get you caught up. She says that if you guys help get rid of Bavlorna, then the Haringons will owe you, obviously. That's kind of how the deal of reciprocity. You know what? I've had the word said correctly out of my mouth 3 times. This is not going to be the 4th. Reciprocity. There it is. So when when one of these deals is struck between people, it could just be that the first part happens right away, and then the second part could happen like decades later. But they'll always owe you something, and it is something that they do take quite seriously. She also told you guys, Cynthia, that Downfall is absolutely where you guys will find Bavlorna. She doesn't leave very often, and the Soggy Court is very much on her side.
Soggy Court. Is it like a marsh?
Well, it's more like toads that live there. And they think they're real fancy. I don't know. They always seemed a little bit weird to me, but Agden always kind of sucked up to them.
Oh, Agden sounds like a real winner. I think you could be in a huge improvement over your how y'all are living and going forward.
Oh. I mean, that's really nice that you think that.
Oh.
What was that? I'm sorry?
Oh. Nothing.
Oh.
I thought that my Discord was being weird too, but no. Okay, well, I guess if we want to help these rabbit people, we need to go talk to that lady. Bavlorna. That sounds like the worst idea ever, honestly.
Well, I mean, you guys can say you agree to it and then just not follow through. It's entirely up to you guys and how you guys
I
want
mean,
to
I
do
guess
it.
that's true, but we'll probably get there.
Right.
We'll try.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what we can do.
yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
So why don't we're going to return these truffles to
Oh yeah, jingle jangle. Yeah, yeah,
Jingle
yeah.
Jangle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask her if they know anything about this Bavlorna chick.
Jingle Jangle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jingle Jangle may know more. She may, she may.
Yeah.
So you guys say farewell to the morning Herringons and head back towards Telemy Hill. The trip seems a little shorter than it did when you guys came down. And this is where you realize that Telemy Hill moves. It doesn't always stay in that one spot. So you see where it is on the map here. It's now like closer to like up here.
Okay.
It's more in that area. So I'm just gonna kind of put you guys up here. It's gonna look like you're just hovering in the middle of a swamp, but we'll just say that, have that marked as Telemy Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So as you arrive, it's again, you are welcomed with that wonderful sweet smell of like green apples and fresh cut grass and perhaps notes of citrus in there, much improved over the smell of the dank swamp. And as you start to approach, all of the trees kind of move over to that side of the hill that's facing you guys, and they're all waving, like just, and there's just leaves falling everywhere.
Hey.
Yeah, they're just, almost leaves are falling to the ground. The trees are very happy that you guys are making your way back.
Cypress is waving too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And Middle comes down to, as far to the bottom of the hill as she can get, or I guess as they can get, because trees aren't, well, yeah, I guess there's male and female trees. Anyway, I'm overthinking it now. They get to the bottom of the hill and say, they say, welcome back. We were hoping we'd get to see you all again.
I forgot you did this last time.
Yep.
Still reminds me of Captain Kirk.
What I was going for, and well, I'll explain what I was going for after. Basically, like, the idea is that they need a little bit of a breeze in order to make their voices work.
Oh, they sound wispy.
Yeah, and that's why it's so broken up, is because the
The
wind
wind carries their voice to us.
Yeah, it blows and then it stops. So it's a very broken, very not predictable speech pattern. It's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Jingle home? Or Miss Jingle?
Yes.
Yeah,
She-
JJ home?
Still hasn't left. But she did have more visitors.
Oh?
They had a tiny purple dragon.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh.
Sir Tolliver. Are they still here?
They are not. But Jingle Jangle helped.
How so?
Jingle Jangle has many keys.
Don't we have the key? We have the key, right?
Yes, you guys
We
do.
do.
Yeah, you guys have a key for sure. Well, you guys will have to talk to Jingle Jangle about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We need to go speak with Jingle Jangle.
And Middle goes, okay, no problem. And she steps to the side.
Continue.
Yeah.
Bye.
I was gonna do like 3 more sentences of her just saying you can get by me and whatever, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna stop it there. So it was a weird inflection. I'm sorry. All right, so you guys head up to the top to Jingle Jangle, the top of Telemy Hill, And again, you get to the very top, and it's, exactly the same as you left it. The stairs go down like you're going down into a cellar. And it's still that kind of musty smell, but it still smells much better than the swamp. And as you enter, you see Jingle Jangle standing over a box of keys, and she seems to be just kind of going through the keys and counting them.
Hello, Miss
Hello,
Jangle.
Jingle Jangle.
And Jingle Jangle turns around, and her eyes get absolutely massive. And she's like, "Friends, it is good to see you again. Jingle Jangle has missed you very much."
Thank you.
Yeah, we missed you too. Do I have the key? Who has the key? I want to give it back to her. We don't need it anymore, I don't think.
I can't remember who had it, but yeah, we did have it.
I don't think I had it.
We were gonna. I don't think she needs the key though.
But
Anyways,
I mean, we don't need it anymore.
So who were the visitors you had?
Yeah, that.
Hang on a second, guys. So the visitors, they were very nice to Jingle Jangle, and they were very helpful, and they said that they were going to beat up Agden Longscarf, and they were going to do it, and that they were going to make sure that Longscarf paid for stealing Jingle Jangle's truffles.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he certainly did pay.
What do you mean?
They killed him.
They what?
They killed him.
Good.
We just left the Harringons, and they killed him, and they're all in mourning.
This makes Jingle Jangle happy.
Yeah.
They did you know they knocked Jingle Jangle down and beat Jingle Jangle with wooden clubs?
The
Yeah, I
Harrigon
think
did?
they're pretty rotten.
They were
Honestly.
terrible. I think that
Yeah.
they got what they deserved.
Yeah. Their new leader's terrified of taking over.
I would imagine that's not a very good place to be at the top. Everybody's trying to get there.
So who's this? What's the name of that one that they want us to beat up?
Bavlorna.
No, Bevlorna.
That's it. So who's this Bavlorna we're hearing about?
And you see, it's just for like a flash, but you see like true recognition and like true like fear across the face of Jingle Jangle, just like in a split second. And Jingle Jangle continues, and she says, "Bavlorna is the ruler of Hither. She is one of the Hourglass Coven, and the Hourglass Coven doesn't get along anymore. Bavlorna believes that her sisters are trying to take over, and Bavlorna it doesn't want to have that happen, and all that we want is to have Zablina brought back, but we don't know what the Hourglass Coven has done with her."
So, what's his name? Aaron, not Aragorn.
Agden?
Agden?
The Haragon?
Yeah, that's it. So Agden was actually kind of working for Bavlorna
And she
Paying
raises a finger.
paying them and stuff, and
Yeah. She raises a finger, and she's like, "I knew it. I knew that's what was going on. Why else
Yeah,
would they
and he was
steal from
giving her the-
everybody? Nobody needs that much
Sure.
stuff." As she stands in the middle of her room, crammed full of keys.
the keys are to me the keys are kind of an obsession with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. When you acquire things, a lot of something, it's not an obsession; it's a collection. Like my dice,
Yeah, exactly.
it's a collection.
Except
I
she's an
get that.
actual
I
she's an
get that.
actual goblin.
But they have just such random stuff. I mean, yeah, I can see how yours is a collection, but what they have is just random
Those were
stuff.
poor quality.
So they were giving, or Abaddon. No, that's not his name.
Bevlorna
Agden?
No, him. Agden.
Yes.
was
He was
giving.
giving Bavlorna the best of everything he acquired.
Oh. Do the rest of the brigands know that that's what he was doing? Because I don't think they'd be very happy.
That's what the little, whatever her name is,
New
told us. That
management.
the one that's taken over is that he was giving her all the best of it.
Oh.
Well, believe me, we've seen the worst of it, and it's crap.
Oh. Well, that is no fun. Did you
No.
did you find a did you find a bag of truffles?
I turned slightly and pushed my shirt aside for the bag hanging down.
And she like squeals like when you see a kitten or a puppy that's just too cute for words,
Uh-huh.
that like squeal that you make. Yeah, that's
I never
exactly.
do that.
Yeah, that's the noise that she makes.
I untie it and I take it over and I hand it to her.
And she like dives into the bag and she starts counting them to make sure that everything is there, and she's like, "Oh, there's even 2 extra. This is a wonderful day for Jingle Jangle. Agden doesn't exist anymore. This makes Jingle Jangle happy. Jingle Jangle has truffles back that the Bad Bunny stole from Jingle Jangle. That makes Jingle Jangle very happy."
I haul out that paintbrush. I'm like, you know what this thing is?
And she was like, kind of tilts her head a little bit, and she goes, "Hey, it looks like a ornament, maybe?"
What I was thinking. It looked interesting, so I took it.
Yeah. What's weird? That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the buddies want us to get rid of Bavlorna for them.
Oh.
The hair and gone want us to get.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad thing for Hither if Bavlorna was not around anymore. To be honest with you, she's the one that brought and made it all look this way. It was never swampy before. Before it was lovely and beautiful, and it all looked like the way Telemy Hill looks now. But it doesn't anymore.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
That's some
This
serious
place would have been
magic.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be really fun to live here. Now it's just scary, but Jingle Jangle has Telemy Hill to keep Jingle Jangle safe.
Yeah. And we want Jingle Jangle to stay safe.
Oh, good. Jingle Jangle is happy to hear that.
Cypress squats down, pats Hill, good Hill.
That's great. Jingle Jangle giggles. She says, "Do you want some truffles? Jingle Jangle is hungry. I will cook you some."
No,
Absolutely,
you enjoy, I'm
yes.
good. You enjoy. I don't want any. You can enjoy your.
I
truffles.
want to eat them.
I don't.
And Jingle Jangle claps her hands and she jumps and she goes, "Come in right up." And she goes into that like little back room that looks like it's kind of where she sleeps. And you just hear a lot of clamoring and pots and pans and stuff like that. And she comes out with one and she puts it right on top of the fire. And she goes over to another cupboard and opens it up and she kind of starts to dig through it. And she's like, keys are coming out of every single cupboard or drawer that she opens. And she finally gets it and she finds like an oil and she throws oil in the pan and then she chops up all of the, not all of them, like 3 or 4 of the truffles and just throws them in the frying pan. And she only lets them cook for like 30 seconds, just long enough to kind of warm them up a bit. And she tops them with some peppercorns and she puts a few on a plate and she hands them to Liam. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
puts a few on a plate and she hands some to Cypress.
Thank you.
She puts some on a plate and she holds them out to Rain.
I take them. Thank you.
And she just grins, the biggest grin. Like even like the ends of her goblin ears start to turn a little pink, like she blushes. And she takes the last few and she puts them on a plate for herself. And she kind of gets comfy and she finds a little spot on the ground on the floor and she just sits down and she starts eating them with her fingers and she just kind of nibbles. And as she does it, she's like nom nom nom, nom nom nom.
Cypress is everywhere.
Same, yeah.
And the way that she has prepared these is I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to cook a truffle, but the way that she has done it is absolutely correct for this particular type of truffle.
Yeah, yum.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, JJ.
And she goes, JJ, Jingle Jangle likes that.
All right, we gotta go beat up some frog lady.
Yeah.
And hang on a second, because I just feel like there should be something else that happens here. Give me a second. I don't mean happens here. I just feel like there's something else that you guys should walk away with at this point. Just give me a quick second. Quick second. Quick second. All right. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Jingle Jangle finishes her truffles, and she gets up from where she was sitting, and she, if you guys are all finished, she takes all of the plates from everyone, and she takes them and she sets them on top of a cupboard that she has. And she turns around to, like, she's going to come back and sit back down again, and she kind of stops in her tracks, and she backs up a couple of steps, and she opens a drawer, and she starts digging through this drawer, and you see, like, just random, like, it looks like a sock comes out of the drawer. There might be a glove, whatever, just like random stuff like that. And she comes out with a red cap, almost like a toque. And she comes over to you guys and she says, I know that this isn't much, but you've done a really good thing for Jingle Jangle, and Jingle Jangle would like to give you this. And she hands it over. Anybody want to grab it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So she hands it to you, Rain, and when are you going to put it on?
I look at it first.
Yeah, it just looks like a red cap.
Okay.
A red toque.
I'll put it on.
Okay. So you pop it onto your head, and instead of it just like sitting like a normal toque would, it actually gets longer in the back, so it ends up like fitting your head perfectly, but it like slumps down the back of your head and your neck, and it kind of like sits on your shoulders. So it like warms all of your head and like stretches down onto your shoulders as well when you wear it. And she says, that hat has kept Jingle Jangle warm on lots of chilly days. And Jingle Jangle would like for you guys to have it because you guys have been so good to Jingle Jangle.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. She just
Thanks
seems,
more for the truffles, though.
They were delicious, right? It was almost worth
They
getting
were good.
clubbed over.
I will say they were very good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your graciousness
Oh.
in sharing them with us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for all of your help. Jingle Jangle is much less sad than Jingle Jangle was the last time you saw Jingle Jangle.
The trees mentioned you had visitors earlier with Sir Tolliver. Were you able to free him?
I did, yes. So, the key, I don't want that key back. Don't give me back that key. I gave that key to you guys, but, I might have had a duplicate. I don't know. But when I saw the cage, I knew which key went into it. And I found it, and I gave it to them, and they opened the cage, and, you know, they were kind of mean to Sir Tolliver a little bit. I thought, like, they didn't believe him, that he was going to come back after he got help. But they did eventually let him go, and he flew away. I do not know exactly where it is that he went, though.
But he got away from them?
He did, yeah. They still have his
That's
cage,
great.
and they still have the key, but they had to take it away from the little goat one. And she looks at Liam and says, because he was going to eat it, so they didn't let him have the key.
I mean, you can't let that happen.
I mean, a snack is a snack. Jingle Jangle understands, but gee whiz.
Thank you, Miss Jangle.
You
Thank
are
you.
welcome, friends. Can Jingle Jangle call you friends?
Well, of course.
You can.
Okay. Good to know. Jingle
We
Jangle
like
likes
you, Jingle
friends.
Jangle.
Good. If you are gonna go to where Bavlorna lives, it's a place. It's called Downfall, and you need to be careful because they're like they're toad people, and sometimes they're not very nice. They dress fancy, but they're not fancy.
We'll keep in mind.
Okay. Will Jingle
Yeah.
Jangle see you again?
Hope so.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I hope so.
Me too.
Might be longer wait, but we'll try visit.
Yeah.
Okay, Jingle Jangle will tell middle and left and right to keep an eye out for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You take good care of them too, and take care of yourself.
Okie dokie. I can't remember if I named the trees with you guys or if I named them
No,
with
this is
the
the first
other
I'm
group.
hearing it.
Is it? Okay, so so they showed up, and the 3 trees. Remember, you guys like had a year long rest, and then the trees were just right there. They showed up, and the 3 trees were kind of standing away from everybody else, and they kind of walked over to them to get a little shade. And one of the trees started talking, and they don't have names, so I just refer to them as middle, left, and right. So, that was the extent of my creativity that day.
No, it works.
Yeah.
The trees, they wouldn't be that specific, I imagine.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah. Middle is always in the middle. Left, always on the left. Right, always on the right. Friggin' dork. Okay. We are at 4:30, ladies. Do you want to take a quick 5-er right here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And I don't think on this Discord I have a 5-minute break thing, so I'm just going to mute everybody, and I will try to whip up a B.
Yeah.
And we'll be back. And
Will we BRB?
huh?
Will BRB?
Yeah, we'll BRB. And we'll go to 4:40 for the break. We'll take 8 minutes. We'll just make it a nice
Okay.
number.
Cool.
Hey, we.
All right. Okay. Hello. Everyone is back.
Yay.
And we are going to cut today's session a little short, so we're going to wrap up at 5:30. Everybody's a little sleepy from turkey dinner, and I'm a little sleepy from being lazy,
Life.
mostly. Yeah, just in general. That's great. Just looking for a quick thing because I thought I could find it easily, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And cool. All right. So you guys are gonna kind of go around the Brigand Tollway, right? I guess you can just cross right through it at this point.
Just use the outskirts of it.
Yeah, like kind of, yeah, exactly. Like travel that way. Yeah. Like just even if you just kind of cross like right here and then cross like right here and then get up to Downfall. All right, cool. So you guys leave Jingle Jangle with promises to see everyone again and new best friends and all of that kind of stuff. And as you get back on the road again to start your traveling, you as you cross that stream again, you guys all kind of like close your eyes as you step across it because you don't want to see any terrible visions again.
Nope.
Yeah, no, it's not a fun time. You get past a couple of those wells that had the geysers coming up out of them. Sorry, apparently I have to yawn. Sir Dave helps pull your raft. When the water gets
Cypress
a little
helps
bit.
carries it, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And when the water gets a little bit too deep because of those wells, Sir Dave comes in clutch, and you guys get back to the edge of the Brigand Tollway, and I need you all to give me a perception check, please.
Perception. 15. Oh.
Oh, Liam.
You know,
You're like,
they can't.
you keep trying to mess with Apple in her sleep. So every once in a while you find like some pebbles and you pick up a pebble and you just kind of like throw them up, trying to hit her like in the foot, trying to mess with her a little bit. Every once in a while you hit and she just kind of like moves a little bit. It makes you giggle. You let it go for a little while and then you come back to it again. For Cypress and Rain, however, as you're walking, you're starting to notice the ground is full of different objects than what you're used to seeing in the ground. Like you're used to seeing, the odd like boot or something like that kind of sticking out of the muck. You assume it's just a traveler who stumbled here and wasn't ready for the rise of water or whatever. Just an unfortunate situation for that particular being. But what you're seeing here is signs of some kind of ancient battle. Like the ground seems scarred in different ways from the rest of what you've seen in Hither. You see remnants of like a shield kind of sticking out of the ground. You see like a sword broken and the end of the sword and the hilt of the sword sticking out of the ground right beside each other. You're starting to see stuff like that. And does anybody want to go investigate this, or are you just going to sail right past it?
I don't think I noticed, so you guys are gonna have to.
Sword and shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
All right.
Yep, Cypress goes too.
Cool. So what you see is two suits of armor, and they look, a little obviously worn from weather and rain and creatures walking over them for years and centuries and all of that. But you can tell that they are of elven origin. There's the telltale owl-shaped helmet that the two suits of armor have. It's all of the usual flourishes that you know come from elves. And this particularly strikes with you, Rain.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, do I notice anything in particular about it?
Yeah, I don't think you notice anything too like nail on the head stuff. Like there's no aha moment here for you or anything like that. Perhaps this is something that you may have learned about a little bit as a child, but when you're 7, ancient battles don't really mean a whole lot to you. So, you
Yeah.
know, it was one of those things, situations where you write your school report and then you just forget everything as soon as you pass it in because it just is not of
Yep.
any kind of
Yep.
interest to you whatsoever, right? So,
Hmm.
um, as you go through it, are you interested in any pieces of that armor, like the helmets or the gauntlets or anything like that?
Well, it's elven. I take at least sell it.
Okay.
Huh?
Cypress is interested in the weapon.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we could actually even sell.
That's true.
I can't carry it. I got a straight to 10.
So I can do that.
All right. So you
I
guys
got
go
it.
to start to retrieve pieces of this armor.
Yeah.
And as soon as you reach down for it, it scuttles out of the way. It moves.
I try
The
reaching
armor
in.
moves.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that coming, like sticking out of it that looks like it's still on a body?
No, nothing. It appears to be completely hollow.
Cypress takes a couple of steps and tries to reach for it again.
And the same thing happens again. But you do hear quite a bit of clanging behind you, and you look over your shoulder, and there's a complete suit of armor now standing behind you. And when you look back to the one that you were trying to get a hold of, also a full suit of armor now standing in front of you. Just give me a second while I make them, because I assume that they're invisible on the map. And I'm going to move you guys around here. Cypress, you are right up in that.
Nope.
Rain,
Oh,
you are
shut.
right up in that. And Apple is over here with Sir Dave. Roll initiative, kids.
Where was it again? There it is. 6 for Cypress.
Nice. Super. That's a nice little spread. I like it. I like it. All right. Liam, you were watching Cypress, and it was just you were ready for it to turn into a comedy of errors of her like accidentally kicking a piece of the armor forward and then going to pick it up and then kicking it and then going to pick it up. But it definitely has taken a far different turn than you were expecting it to. What you want to do?
I think um I don't know. I guess I will move. uh, I want to like
Oh my goodness.
there. It's an animated armor, so I probably can't like talk to it. So
Right.
I can't really convince it to move. So I guess I'll just swing at it.
Go for
No
it.
sneak attack. What a mistake. But what else do I have? Maybe I have something else cool I can use for moments like this.
Mm-hmm.
What level am I? Oh yeah, okay. How about I what is this? 1d4? That's awful. Oh, God.
Listen, rogues are pretty stacked, man. A D4 for one or two things just balances you out.
I want to. I wonder if I have to
Ouch.
hide. Or I don't have. I know I don't have to, but you don't need advantage.
No,
on the
and since you
attack
have,
roll.
yeah, and you kind of have Cypress directly on the other
Nice.
side of you, so I'm comfortable assuming that because Cypress was ready and trying to pick up bits of the armor, that the armor is facing Cypress. So I'll give you
Yeah.
sneak attack, at least on this first one, to kind
Oh,
of get things going.
but I have different sneak attack. You gain an additional way. Oh, okay. So I would still need to hide because
Well,
deep
it's
bit
it's
of.
also not aware of you. What I'm saying is it's not aware of you at all because it's
Oh,
watching Cypress.
I'm already hiding.
Right. So you're
Oh,
you know, it's entirely possible that this suit of armor is just not aware of you at this
I
point.
see.
So this is almost like a free action for you. Is kind of how I'm looking at it. You make your swing. I'm going to count sneak attack damage, all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I just feel like that makes
Sweet.
sense.
I will swing at it then.
Mhm.
What the hell? Inventory dagger. What do I have equipped? This short sword. That doesn't make sense.
Sword.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Swing with that.
Swing, meta, meta.
Swing. I clicked it. Oh, here we go. How do you add sneak attack? Man, I don't know. I'm such a rookie when it comes to
Which is
being
so
a
funny
rogue.
to me.
Sneak attack. Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Okay.
There you go.
Great. So now
Alright.
attack, swing, normal. Okay.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. Once we can deal an extra, so then I go short sword, damage, sneak attack, damage.
Nice.
So wow.
Yeah.
17.
And I don't have the damage buttons on my chat anymore. Okay, so give me a second. -8.
Oh, you can
-9,
right-click.
right? -8.
You can right click to add damage and apply healing and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
-8, -9. Okay.
And then I will end my turn.
All right. Next. Oh, whoops. It should begin combat. How about that? All right. Animated armor. It is armor's turn. And it is going to very sluggishly. So I'm even going to roll disadvantage. Attack with. What's happening here? Hang on. Did this thing really give me a thing with no... Okay, I guess it doesn't have any weapons. Okay. Alright, Aaron. Did that roll? Yes. Normal.
Slam dancing.
Oof. Does a 12 hit?
No.
You'd easily dance out of the way. And the animated armor makes a sign of being frustrated. Rawr! Rain. You're up.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of the party, of the three of us, within 10 feet of...
I'd say both of us are within 5 feet of each of them.
Yeah, everybody seems to be like within 5 feet.
What are your cons?
Uh-oh.
Cypress' eyes go wide.
Yeah.
I mean, my modifier is not 0.
Mine's up there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're within 5 feet of both of them?
Yeah.
Well, Liam is how far from? So the one above you, Cynthia, Liam is. It says 2 miles away.
2 miles. No, it's just
Yeah.
5. It's 10.
2 miles.
Yeah.
We'll call
5,
it
10 feet. 10
Yeah.
feet away.
And Cypress is 5 feet from both of them, and 5 feet from you. And Liam is 5 feet from you. It's all very strange.
Well, I was going to cast on the one that's in front of me.
Okay.
But I don't want Cypress to get...
You can do
It's
it.
a con check.
You can do it.
All right, I'm casting Shatter.
Oh shit. Okay. Fucking shatter.
A loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a con check or a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The creature made of inorganic material, such as metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay. No
A
problem.
non-magical item that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. Now, that being said,
Mm-hmm.
I could put it in a space that is just beyond it, but 10 feet. So it would be within 10 feet, but Cypress would not be.
Yeah, if it's only a point you can see
It's just any point that of my choosing. Point within range.
a certain range, or
Yeah, and it's 10 feet. Let me see here. Is my thingy up?
is there a little
Does
chat
it not do
logo
the
here?
thingies anymore where we...
No, I
Sorry,
don't
what were
see
you
it.
looking for?
Oh, for it to be my turn? So when I cast it, so when I click on it to cast it.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's your turn currently.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Shatter.
Yeah, remember we had all those problems with the modules after that update?
Hmm.
And they've
Yeah.
updated since then, and then all the modules got updated. So I gotta relook it
So how do I actually cast it now?
the same way you did before.
Should be able to click the little beside the name, the little dice logo that shows up when you hover over it.
Oh, there it is. I was clicking on the name, not the little picture.
Ah,
All right.
that'll get you every time.
Wow, that is really big.
Well,
10 miles.
Yeah.
the size is different
right?
here. But I figure if you can arrange it so it's
Great. There?
Yep.
Do you see where I'm going?
Mhm.
I did it there. Would Cypress still be within 10 feet of it?
As long as you can get,
There.
as long as you can get that thing, the animated armor,
Yeah.
and like 10 feet away. So, yeah, like you would center
So
it
right
on the
there.
stump, yeah, and then it should be fine. It would.
Well, because... Yeah, where would I have to center it on?
You're just gonna have to deafen a bunch of mourning bunnies. That's all.
Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Tough. So if right now I have my thingy on the B and the R in Brigands.
Okay, perfect. Actually,
just
no,
place
it'd be right behind it. It'd be like right on that stump.
There?
Yeah.
In between the
right here.
Yeah, I would go
or
right
on it.
Yeah, right on it.
All right. So I'm gonna aim it at the stump.
Okay.
And it's a radius, so that's a good size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, stop that.
Shatter is no joke. Honestly,
Yeah,
don't
and
worry
the
about the
scale's not
template.
quite
'cause
right.
Yeah, it's not scaled correctly at all. Could you imagine you would rip hither in half?
I know,
All
right?
powerful.
So
Excuse me.
I just cast it. It's on the stump
Okay.
for it to take its damage.
Okay, so do your
So it's a Constitution.
Okay, let me just click
Disadvantage, 'cause they're
on
metal.
guy. Yep. And I'm doing it with disadvantage. Does a 12 pass?
No, my DC 13.
Okay, so go for it
Woo.
and roll damage. And I'm going to get rid of that huge template.
Yeah.
That's funny. 3.
Really?
Yeah.
3 ones. 3.
And now everyone will know you are here.
Oh, that sucked.
Uh,
Well, let them know.
right?
Maybe I deafened a few of those damn Haragons.
All ones.
Gee whiz. Those are some Cypress rolls right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Cypress, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, Cynthia, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I don't think I have any, what you call it?
Bonus actions.
Bonus action.
Bonus actions.
Right.
Yeah, we're just level 4.
Yeah. True.
So that's it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sounds good. Cypress.
I'm going to go after the one that she just shattered.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack with my greatsword.
Do it.
Attack. Normal. 15.
15 misses.
Oh, shoot.
Oh no.
I snort in anger.
Right. Steam comes out of your nostrils. Do you not have 2 attacks yet?
No, it doesn't seem like I was checking my features list and the only list doesn't say anything about extra attack.
Huh. Weird. Okay. All right then.
I have action, surge, and stuff, but no extra attack yet.
Got it. Okay. So it is now that armor's turn. It's going to grab a hold of you, or try to anyway, Cypress. If I can make it show up. Oh, right, it goes into the chat. Jesus. How long have we been playing this? All right. An 8.
All the APIs changed.
Yeah, it's
Does
true.
not hit.
Does not hit. All right. Liam.
Well.
Liam.
Does this guy see? Oh, it doesn't matter. I just swing at him.
Mhm.
Easily done.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I
That
go
hits.
over
So,
here.
for your short sword, take one of your, whatever the damage dice is, max one of them out, and then roll your double dice.
Okay. So then there's my sneak attack.
Yep.
So attack. Hold up. So I do my roll and then just add one. The heck?
So what's the
I know, I'm trying to find out. My brain and what is it? Why doesn't it show us? That's a little bit crazy.
right? What's the hit dice?
It doesn't show.
Hit dice for a short sword.
I have to look it up.
Me too.
5e tools. That's good. I got it. Items.
To be able to click damage.
Or no, I know, but it doesn't actually show you. It shows you an example. Not like the real thing. Short sword. Or an S word.
1d6.
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 Yeah. So start with 6, and then
Okay.
roll 2d6, and add that together.
Okay. 6 plus. Hold on. What? I just maxed this out.
Yeah. So so you start with 6, and then roll 2d6 plus your modifiers.
Roll.
or
Oh, it's
whatever.
because I had been clicking. Oh my goodness. It's because I clicked attack. Sorry.
Girl, what you doing?
Critical hit. I just clicked the critical hit button.
Yeah.
So there's that. Plus 6.
Plus 6.
All right.
There you go.
God. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
15.
Plus my sneak
Sneak
attack
attack.
damage, which you do crit too?
You know what? I think so. I don't know.
Gonna click it.
Yeah, just go for it. Just do it. Minus 8.
I stabbed it, and it's super fleshy.
Oh wait, I just think I took the damage off the wrong one. Plus 8.
Body.
Yeah, sneak attack is legit. Yeah, and now looking at that, I don't think that that's correct. But regardless, the suit of armor falls in pieces to the ground. Bonk.
I cut it, I guess.
So there's now some armor pieces laying on the ground. If you would like to pick some up. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's all.
Okay. You know what I always thought would be like super rad, and this would be impossible to keep track of, but you know when you're playing a game like Diablo and you're going through and you just start dropping all of the stuff that you get that you don't want, like daggers that aren't powerful and armor that isn't
Yeah.
powerful and all that stuff. I've always felt like all of the monsters and NPCs should be able to pick those things up and use them against you. Anyway, yeah, it would be very tricky to track, but what a fun thing. Anyways, that's the dead one. So, Rain, you're up.
All right, which one's no? Jesus. Which one's dead?
The one right to your left.
So the one above me is still alive.
Correct, yeah. That's the one that you did
Eldritch Blast.
shatter on. Do it. Do it!
I'm clicking, nothing's happening. Oh, it did. Did it?
Yeah, it did. It's in the chat.
Okay. I'll just do it the first one. That was my first actual attack.
Yeah, that hits. For 12 damage. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Eldritch Kablamo.
No, I have no bonus actions.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh, it's just being a goof. Cypress, you're up.
All right. Go stomp a hoof and really put something into the swing. See what happens.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come on. Wrong one. That one. 22.
Dang. Yeah, that hits.
No. Why is it rolling 2d6?
14, Daniel.
That might not be right.
Huh?
Oh, it rolled 2d6 for some reason. It should be... Well, I am using it two-handed.
Oh, so maybe you didn't hit the variant or whatever?
No, it didn't give me the option, but I
Oh.
didn't think a great sword was that high.
Let's have a quick peek. 6 pounds slashing, proficiency. It is 2d6 slashing.
It is. Oh, okay.
Yep, and it is two-handed,
No, it's
so it's
always
not
two-handed,
versatile.
okay.
Yeah.
This is not the versatile.
Yep.
I'm
It
thinking
is
the long
not
sword, I think.
versatile. And I think the great axe is versatile. No, I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. 14 damage. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. It is the animated armor's turn. Animated armor's turn. Slam coming towards Rain. $19. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, that hits me.
Of course it does. Yeah. Of course it does.
I don't have anything that can
Oh my
redirect
God.
that.
Normal. For 6. Oh my God. It gives you 8 damage. Frig. Excuse me.
Heads up,
8
you're rolling
damage?
privately.
Yes, 8 damage.
All right.
Oh, did I roll privately? Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self roll. Sorry.
No worries.
Here, I'll grab a quick little screenshot so you can see I'm not bluffing.
No, it's not that. Just we won't know our damage unless you.
Yeah. And then let me go here, and then go here. There. Okay. So we are looking at. That was the armor's turn. So now it is Liam's turn. Liam.
I mean,
Liam.
guess what's gonna happen here.
Liam. You're so sneaky.
Nope.
So sneaky.
Nope. Oh,
9. That's gonna miss.
that's all I'm gonna do. I believe in my team.
Okay, no problem. Alrighty, and then we have Rain.
Again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's only one combatant, so.
Eldritch Blast.
Do it. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the
18 to hit.
wrong window. 18 hits, yes. 9. Nice. And kablamo. Whoops, I healed it. Wrong button. Minus that much. There. That one is gone as well. It just, you hit it with Eldritch Blast. What does your Eldritch Blast look like, by the way? I don't know that we've ever asked that. To color it and all of that stuff. Excuse me.
My Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember? Remember the original Care Bears cartoon
Yeah.
when they would all do their Care Bear stare and it would like join as this big rainbow
Mm-hmm.
and come blasting out?
Yep.
That's my Eldritch Blast. It's a
Just
big old rainbow.
Big old rainbow. I love it. I'm obsessed. Okay. So this rainbow hits the suit of armor.
It
And
sparkles.
yeah, it sparkles for a second, and then it just looks like the glitter gets into all of the crevasses of the armor, and it just starts to kind of pull it all apart, and it eventually just falls on the ground in a heap. In a heap.
Cypress snorts and
Yeah.
she walks over and she picks up one of the helmets and looks inside.
Yeah, nothing inside. It's actually ridiculously clean on the inside. There doesn't even appear to be muck or rust.
You think it's safe to keep? She asks the others.
I mean, sure. Seems safe to me. I mean, if it comes back to life, we can always put it down again.
Oh,
Now the
always so
question is, will it
sensical.
fit in her pack?
Well, if it doesn't fit in your pack, I'm sure you could tie it to Sir Dave.
Yeah, I was thinking it was just like tie it like saddlebags
Yeah.
and put it over Sir
Hmm.
Dave.
Is that all right, Sir Dave?
Sir
Let me
Dave.
know if it gets too heavy.
Yeah, he blinks his eye stalks at you and kind of makes a motion to kind of swing around so it's easier for you to get at the shell. You do kind of have to work around Apple, though, up there.
Yeah, I try not to disturb her.
Yeah.
2 suits of armor.
The whole armor you're taking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Cypress looks around for the weapons again.
We got hemp and rope. We can like tie the pieces on through and hemp and rope.
Oh, God,
Like,
yeah.
you know, like a necklace, like you put like an amulet on a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
put the
it looks like
pieces through
it's like
through
a
that.
macaroni necklace, except it's
Yeah.
armor.
Only with elven armor.
Yeah, it's perfect. For Cypress, though, there's not really any weapons of any kind of worth. Anything that is here has been broken or is just far too gone. Like if there's any arrows, the shafts of the arrows have long since disintegrated and stuff like that. So it was really just the 2 suits of armor that were left.
Mm-hmm.
Since they tended to be a magical, it helped them stay during their time in the environs. And
He pats them both and says, "We'll find you a new home."
perfect. Just give me
Yeah.
a second, because if I don't do this now, I will forget to do it later. Cypress. So I have 2 books. I've got one that I'm doing all my prep in, and then I have a second book that has sections for each characters in both campaigns. And I make notes on Post-its and then stick it to the page so I can go back and refer to it later, but I keep forgetting to update it. It's one of those situations where I'm more organized than I am smart. So, what a doofus. Okay, so the armor is now secured to the back of Sir Dave, the giant snail, with a slumbering apple. And you guys have come through relatively unscathed. I mean, Rain took a bit of damage, but nothing too serious. If you guys are interested in taking like a short rest or even a long rest before you get into Downfall, this is as good a place as any because you can climb up onto the tollway and stay out of the muck and all of that
Yeah.
stuff. If you guys are
Short rest?
interested,
That might
in
be a
doing
good
that.
idea.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And that I think is where we'll end it for tonight. I know not a lot happened today, and I know it was a really short session, but I don't want to get into Downfall without having Apple. So we will come back in 2 weeks, and we will go gangbusters in Downfall. And then that'll be the end of this chapter, and you go on to the next one. To the next one. All right. So with that, and from all of us here at Wizards and Wine with the HALIFAX table, again, happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. And apple pie and coconut
Yum.
cream pie and what other kinds of pie?
Cherry
All of the pie.
cheesecake.
Oh, God, cherry cheesecake.
Pumpkin stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, pumpkin pie with too much whipped cream.
Mm.
Oh, they forgot it this time, so I didn't have any of that.
Oh, man, what?
I know, right?
You wait till I tell
Every
Jocelyn.
year.
Wait till I tell Jocelyn. Jocelyn will make you one and drop it off on your doorstep. All right. So, ladies, thank you again for everything that you do for me and continuing to show up for these games. I really do appreciate it. It really does, help me
Thanks
feel.
for hosting.
Of course, it really does help me feel connected to home. And when I'm really homesick, I just start to work on the next session with you guys, and I feel better. So, thank you for that. And for anyone who is out there watching or listening, thank you for spending your time with Wizards and Wine as well. We will be back next week with the next chapter of what's going to go down with the Las Vegas table. So next week is them, and then we switch back to Wizards and Wine. Let me just double check that this doesn't fall on Halloween and the 24th. Right, it's the Vegas table that I have on Halloween, so that's not going to be an issue for you guys. Good. Alrighty. Yes, so from all of us to all of you, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here. Always carry a D20, and always drink responsibly.